Hi everyone, I just wanted to do a quick update regarding my last video I did of the Goodwill bins. I've had a few people message me actually and ask a few questions about the Goodwill bins. So yes, there's only one location in Ontario. I believe there's only 3 across Canada. I think there's one in Calgary from what I hear. There's one in Quebec, and then the one that I went to, which is in London, Ontario. The other thing people were asking about is there lineups? How does it pretty much work? What should I bring was another question. So the only thing I would recommend is bring gloves. I mean, you don't have to wear gloves, but I did put at least one glove on because you are going through stuff. Let me just tell you that one glove, it was pretty nasty by the end of my day. It was no longer the color it once was. Um, that was kind of gross. But yeah, when I went there, there was no lineup at all. I didn't have to wait for anything in there. They do have a thing where you can line up for the new bins. So what they do is they rotate the bins. I'm not really sure how often, maybe 15 every 20 minutes. They will come around and they will take 3, well, at this location they had 3 bins per row. They would take those and then they would refresh them with new bins. Now say if you wanted to get on the shoe in the bag bin, you'd have to go line up. So everybody has to line up that wants to be one of the first ones to get into the bins. The lady would ask, okay, who wants the shoes? And you'd like, I do, like me. So she would say because of the COVID, there's only, well, this one had 4 spots. So after 4 people have been selected, you have about 2 minutes to kind of go through the stuff, and then they would put the other people that were waiting, and that's my dog. The other people that were waiting in line then would get the turn, and then after that it would be kind of whoever kind of walks by. If there's a free spot, you would take it. The rules are very simple. You have to stay on the little squares, or I guess the little round circles. So most of the rows had 4 people per row, so almost 1 person per bin, which was pretty sweet. You have a whole bin to yourself. You're not allowed to stand outside of the bins, so I would not recommend bringing like a child with you, or like a husband or someone that's just kind of wanting to stand around, because that's definitely not allowed. Especially right now, they're trying to limit and keep the social distancing between everybody. So I would recommend just going yourself. At this location, they don't have carts. I believe they stopped doing carts. They used to before, from what I heard. It's baskets. The baskets with the wheels. So definitely pack your items in there, fold them as best as you can, because your cart can get quite full pretty fast. The other thing is you don't need to bring bags. I did bring bags, I wasn't sure. They have lots of bags there and they package it all for you. The last thing is when you go to the checkout, they would like you to kind of separate your items. So if you have, let's just say 5 pairs of shoes, put the shoes separate. If you have, 7 books, separate, and they will weigh them each. I guess that's kind of how they do it for their inventory, I'm assuming. They kind of do, all the books together, all the shoes together, then the clothes together. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Every day is the same price. I know some stores in the States, they have different days where they're like, oh, this day is, this price, and this day is this price. But it's $1.95 per pound every day, and that includes all the items in there. So that's your housewares, your books, they have a lot of DVDs in there, and your shoes and your bags. The only one thing I didn't like in there is when I was digging through the shoes twice, I found 2 pairs of ice skates. They're just thrown in there. There was no covers. I was like, that's pretty dangerous. Does someone put their hand in there? Now I'm assuming they're not that sharp, but when you're digging through stuff, you don't really look and you're lifting things up, but just be very careful. So I am going to eventually do another Goodwill haul at the bins when I do go back, hopefully in another 2 weeks. I also want to do another video regarding the Goodwill bins Canada versus the US, because I have been to the US. I was in Orlando, down in in the fall last year, and I did go to the Goodwill bins there. Now that's also before everything going on and there wasn't social distancing and it was a free-for-all. So if you're interested in hearing about that, I'll do a video on that too. So I guess that's it for now. We're gonna go inside and have a nice day.